Hello and welcome, my Cancer friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group reading for Valentine's Day. Now, there's really only one type of reading you can do for Valentine's Day, and that's a love reading. That's what we're going to look at today, is that loving energy. I'm not so much going to focus in on a soulmate or a twin flame. What I really want to focus in on is how you can embrace this loving energy to improve and increase the love you have in your life and attract more positive, high vibrational love into your life. Now, whether that's your soulmate or twin flame, that's going to be up to your journey. However, I want to arm you guys and give you guys the tools to move yourself forward. Now, the decks I'm using for this reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot, the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, and then the Angel Inspiration Oracle. Now, like always, there are links below to all these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. All right, my Cancer friends, let's see what the cards have to say today. How can my Cancer friends, gotta jump already, improve the positive, loving relationships they have in their lives? And then also increase the positive, loving relationships in their lives. Okay. The first one. It's a fantastic card. The Three of Pentacles. Threes are about expression and growth. The Pentacle about growth and abundance. Now, the Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork and working in cooperation together to get the job done. Now, relationships are not a one-sided event. You need to work in cooperation to be able to have that balanced, nurturing relationship, that high vibrational relationship that brings fulfillment and joy into your lives. Second card to jump out, the Queen of Swords. Queens are that feminine energy of the suit. Swords about truth and knowledge. Now, the Queen of Swords has learned everything through first-hand experience. She's been knocked around a little bit through those first-hand experiences. And she offers you that wisdom and guidance. Then we have the Nine of Wands. Nines talk about all that you've achieved in your life. Wands about that inner passion and fire. The Nine of Wands talks about, well, all that you've achieved in your life, all those hard knocks, everything that you've had to overcome. And let's be honest, there's been a lot of things that we've had to overcome. Now, the trick we have here is that when you've got both the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Swords coming across, there are times that the Queen's alter ego starts to come forward. And that alter ego is known as the Ice Queen. Now, whether you're male or female, that icy, frosty exterior can be emanating through you because of all that you've had to overcome. We start to protect ourselves. We bar ourselves in. We barricade ourselves so that we don't get hurt. Like I said, we've been through a lot. And that in itself becomes a protective coating or bubble that stops us from really embracing and truly understanding that positive, balanced relationship. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. The Pentacle about growth and abundance. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, the original card, and in many decks, the Knight of Pentacles is the one knight that's not moving. I know he's moving in this deck, however, That's not the energy that we're looking at. We're looking for that steadfast, hard-working energy that the Knight of Pentacles shares with us. In the original card that Pamela Coleman Smith drew, we have this amazing, fully armored knight standing stoic over all his hard work. He has sown the seeds in his field, and he did a good job. He's really put his back into it, and he's got the job done. And that's the energy we need. That very proud, hard-working energy that's not afraid to work on the home front. Because we need to work on the home front, kind of de-ice and pick away this bubble that the Queen and the Nine of Wands has brought you. Now, this bubble has protected you from many different aspects. However, it's the biggest obstacle in that cooperative, positive relationship. Now, if you do have relationships in your life right now, I'm not saying that they're not positive or that you guys aren't working together as a team. What I am saying is that this is a barrier. You're not being able to allow them to the deeper parts and deeper reservoirs of yourself, that authentic self. The ego is stopping that very deep and meaningful relationship. As you start to chip away at the Nine and the Queen, we're going to be able to really strengthen your current relationships, whether they just be friendships or romantic interests. You have more fulfillment and joy from those relationships, the more you're able to bring down this barrier. Let's see what else we can do, what other guidance we can offer. How can my Cancer friends embrace and overcome the challenges, got jumpers, and energies brought in for Valentine's Day? Okay, I love it when you use multiple decks. So we have the Queen of Swords. I love it. The Queen of Swords is an amazing support for you. Yes, her alter ego, and that's the piece that we need to really focus in on. That alter ego is where your ego has picked it up and started to manipulate this amazing strength. Because when you look at this card, you're looking at the sword of truth and knowledge. That knowledge from past experiences and past relationships can really support you in nurturing and strengthening current relationships. And not to mention bringing in new relationships. That knowledge is going to be very helpful. It's the alter ego of the Ice Queen that is not being very helpful. Bringing down this barrier is not only going to help you with your relationships, it's going to help you in other aspects of your lives as well. Because when you're starting to take down those false barriers, you're going to be able to live a more authentic self. And that authenticity brings about that positive, harmonious energy. With it, jump the Page of Wands. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy, full of excitement and play. And the Page of Wands really connects in to that courage and determination. We're going to need that courage to not only face the Nine of Wands, but also the multiple sides of the Queen of Swords. Looking at things through the innocent eyes of a child, your inner child, will help you realize where the Queen and the Nine are no longer being supportive. Rather, they're starting to create that barrier for yourself. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Tens are about endings and beginnings. The Pentacle about growth and abundance. We've got a number of pentacles here. Now the Ten of Pentacles is a family card. And I'm not getting so much that it's the family that we're looking at. Rather, it's the positive relationships that are very meaningful for you that are going to help bring down this barrier. Allowing your friends and family who you do have that positive, loving relationship with, working on and starting off with their relationship, diving deeper into it, really working with that teamwork, because part of teamwork is getting their interpretation, their ideas, their direction. That teamwork will be key. It will help you to, break down that ice wall that's built up and create something that is going to be stable and strong for you to build more relationships off of. And then finally, the Star. The 17th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about those hopes and dreams. And those hopes and dreams are going to be really important for you. Because anytime we're looking at a situation where we're looking at doing some shifting, it can start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Keeping our eye on the prize helps us to be able to continue to move forward. Helps us to really question what is working and what isn't working. Now the Star has another meaning to it. It talks about balance. The unicorn here has one paw or one hoof in the water. And well, technically it has 3 hooves on the earth. However, is bowing down, creating a balance between what's in the water and what's out of the water. And the water is a symbol of spirituality. The unicorn is also pouring energy into the pool and then onto the land. That energy flow and balance is going to be very important. Anytime we're looking at doing some internal work, we can start to feel very unstable. Grounding ourselves, ensuring that our energies are flowing properly, so our chakras are open and that we're excited about this energy, and we start to embrace our energies, that's when we're going to start to see these little pieces moving forward. And we're going to have to take this slow, guys. This is not a fast-paced piece. It took years for the Queen and the Wand to build up this little fortress, this bubble that's around you. Allowing it to take time to come and be reduced and removed. Too quick, and you're going to really bring that back. It's like a recoil. When we expose ourselves and we let too much out, we recoil back tighter. So the wall will become even thicker and fuller. Taking the time, allowing yourself to become comfortable with what it is you're allowing to release, improving your relationships at a slow pace so they are maintainable and manageable, so you don't feel overwhelmed and you don't feel destabilized. Those are key pieces in moving your relationships forward. Let's look at further guidance. So what further guidance and wisdom can the angels share with my Cancer friends regarding the loving energy in their lives? Got a jumper? Got a couple jumpers there. So let it go. I love when this card comes up because not only does the Frozen song start to play in my head, but it talks about that need to release what isn't working. We know this isn't working. We do need to let it go. We need to work with what is working, that higher vibrational energies that are working in our lives, because many things, similar to the Queen of Swords, have multiple aspects. Some of it's working, some of it starts to cause barriers and obstacles. And it's understanding where it's a barrier and where it's a support. My cards are funny today. Withdraw. And it's not so much that you have to recoil and withdraw to a different space. We're not talking hermit energy. We're talking about withdrawing and understanding where those barriers land and where you can start to use things as a positive and things that you need to release. Now we do have multiple nines. In the Oracle card we have withdraw, which is the 9th card. And then we also have the 9 of Wands. In angel messages, when you start to see that multiple 9, this is a time where you need to work on your soul's deeper purpose. You have the opportunity to make some shifts that are going to align with that deeper meaning in life. And then check your emotions. Anytime you're dealing with working on that barrier or protection, your ego starts to play up because we start to look at instability. And that instability causes an emotional roller coaster. Similar to that of an animal that has been hit or is hurt, they lash out. Making sure that you're checking in with ourselves as to where things are at and where the barrier lies, but also how we're reacting emotionally. If you start to feel really unstable and that roller coaster becoming overwhelming, that's when you need to slow down. Like I said, this took years to build up. It's going to take some time to diminish and retreat. You can't force this too quickly, or else your emotions are going to be a roller coaster. Grounding and maintaining your stability will be essential through this process. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and insightful, and that you were able to gain some direction into what the Valentine's energy offers you and how you can attract more love into your life. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. I have so many more new and exciting videos that I'm going to be adding, which is going to increase the amount of knowledge and healing you receive. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss this insight and healing is to hit that little red bell and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Cancer friends.